So Umar has not brought up any of his potential accomplices or those he is accusing of entrapping him in any of these pretrial conferences?
Not yet. We'll
Okay.
start hearing about that on October 4th.
Is there anything else that you want to add and get into the public record, Kurt?
You know what's interesting today is my wife and I were the only passengers at this hearing today, which is kind of strange. I've tried to actually contact some of the passengers I've been in contact with before, calling them, sending emails. Nobody responds to me. Not even, I don't want to talk about this anymore or anything. People's phone numbers have been changed. They have no voicemail. I get no return emails at all. It's a very, very strange thing. Nobody showed up at the hearing today. I don't know if they've all moved on with their lives. They're scared. If they starting to realize what actually happened here, that there was government involvement, and they're scared. They're getting a call saying, "Don't talk about this." I did hear from one member of the press who told me that nearly everyone on our flight was either European, a member of the military, a contractor for the U.S. government, or I forget, had ties to the government in some other way, and that there were almost no passengers that weren't European or had ties to the government in some way, which I thought was pretty interesting.
So it seems like these other passengers might have a reason or motivation to keep their mouths shut.
Yeah, right. Or European with not a great grasp of the English language. So, people that are speculating on what really happened here can see that maybe that was done intentionally. I don't know. And maybe that's why no passengers are anywhere to be seen anymore, except Lori and I are really the only ones still talking about this.
So how has your life changed after this event?
Our lives haven't really changed, except maybe in our thinking. We no longer believe anything the government says at all in any way. We're now questioning everything as a government plot of some sort. And we're really adamant to get this story out because we think we've been used as pawns in what we call the global war on terror. And we feel that it's just a big chess game and the government did not care if we lived or we died. And they just played with our lives. So we're really angry about this and we're never going to stop talking about it. So in that way, our lives have kind of changed. Before this, we would listen to some of these theories like 9/11 and, the shoe bomb or whatever. And, we'd listen to all the information, but I think we would ultimately give deference to the government and believe the official story. Since this has happened, we've changed totally 180 degrees, and now we don't believe anything the government says. And now, when you live through something like this as an eyewitness and you see the events taking place before you, you kind of get a good feel on how these situations are set up by the government, how they use the media, how they use pictures to show their case. The pictures that you see, for instance, in this case, pictures blasted all over the media were of the passport, his supposed bomb in his underwear with no burns on it at all. These recreation videos where he's walking through security. Those are all the opposite of what happened. And the actual videos that prove what really happened aren't shown. For instance, the airport video in Schiphol, the video of the second man being detained after he landed in Detroit, and the actual film that the FBI confiscated of the man running the camcorder on the flight. So you kind of see how these things play out. So now when we see a new plot, we can see what's going on as it plays out. The pictures and video being shown are false, the ones hidden are true. So it's easy for us to pick out how these new plots play out, I guess, would be the way our lives have changed.
Well, Kurt, I want to thank you again for coming on the show. We appreciate it. Hopefully we can have you back on again soon to report on any of these pretrial conferences. And definitely once the trials get started, we definitely appreciate you giving us updates.
No problem. Have a good night.
Take care. You too. This is Danny Panzella, and you're watching TruthSquad.tv.